Hey everyone! I recently switched to the Honor Magic V6, and after using it as my primary phone for about 2 weeks, I wanted to share what the experience has actually been like. I'll go through the things I really like, as well as a few areas that could be better, based entirely on my day-to-day use. And before we get into it, if you enjoy this kind of tech content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. A quick shout to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out our exciting tech content. The first thing that genuinely surprised me was the battery life. My 512GB model comes with a 6850 mAh low-profile Tiger battery. Just to clarify, the larger 7150 mAh Blade battery is exclusive to the top-end 1TB version. After charging the phone to 100%, I used it pretty heavily throughout the day, including gaming, TikTok, WeChat, and plenty of other activities. Even with that kind of usage, standby time went beyond 16 hours, while I managed more than 11 hours of screen-on time. A big part of that usage was watching videos on the large inner display, so seeing those numbers was honestly quite impressive. In practical terms, the battery is easily good enough to take you through an entire day without worrying about reaching for the charger. And if your usage is lighter than mine, I'd estimate that you could potentially stretch it to around 2 days. The second thing that really stood out to me is just how thin and lightweight this foldable is. If you compare it with an iPhone 17 Pro, the Magic V6 isn't dramatically thicker than a conventional smartphone. Most of the time, I actually use it with the outer display, and when I do, it doesn't really feel like I'm carrying a foldable phone. The weight is even more impressive. I can comfortably hold the phone and use the keyboard with one hand without feeling like I'm carrying something heavy. For a foldable of this size, the combination of battery capacity, slimness, and weight is excellent. For me, those are probably the two biggest highlights of the Magic V6, the battery endurance and how light and thin the device feels. Now, let's talk about the crease. During normal everyday use, whether I'm watching videos, chatting, or simply browsing, I honestly don't notice it much. It hasn't been something that suddenly catches my attention while I'm using the phone. Of course, if the screen is turned off or you deliberately run your finger across the folding area, you can still feel the crease, but that's expected with a foldable display. Completely eliminating the crease isn't realistic yet. What matters to me is that it doesn't interfere with the actual daily experience, and in that regard, I think Honor has done a very good job. Moving back to the design, the overall build feels quite premium. I'm using the Sunset Gold version, which features a 3D grid-style pattern on the rear, combined with an octagonal dome-shaped camera area that gives the phone a rather luxurious appearance. The frame uses a right-angled C-edge design, and there's a very subtle brushed texture along the sides. It isn't something that immediately jumps out at you, but it adds a nice touch to the overall finish. Another thing I appreciate is that the back doesn't seem to attract fingerprints very easily. That said, there is still a small raised section around the rear frame, and you can notice it when sliding your finger across the surface. The bezels are another detail that surprised me. They're quite noticeable and feel almost sharp to the touch. As for the displays, the inner screen measures 7.59 inches and reaches 1300 nits of total brightness. The outer display is 6.52 inches and can reach up to 2000 nits of total brightness. Even when you're using the phone outdoors under direct sunlight, both displays remain very easy to see. Both the inner and outer screens also support 4320 Hz high-frequency PWM dimming, and that makes a noticeable difference to the overall viewing experience. I can spend a long time using the phone at night watching videos or browsing without experiencing any obvious discomfort. The outer display is also extremely sharp. When you put it next to an iPhone, the underlying display hardware is genuinely impressive. The inner display comes with several authoritative certifications for its black diamond display technology, while the outer screen uses a high-precision anti-reflective film.
Not only does it do a great job reducing reflections, but it's also designed to be resistant to wear. At first, I was actually wondering why there wasn't a pre-installed screen protector on the outer display. After seeing how the anti-reflective film works, I started to understand why one may not be necessary. Another major advantage is the phone's IP68 and IP69 water resistance, along with protection against water at depths of up to 4 meters. That makes the Magic V6 arguably one of the most water-resistant foldable phones available right now. Obviously, nobody's going to intentionally use a foldable phone underwater, but having this extra level of protection definitely gives you more peace of mind in everyday situations. The hinge uses Honor's self-developed aerospace-grade blunt hook steel with a yield strength reaching 2,800 megapascals. According to Honor, that's currently the highest level among foldable phones. Personally, I think foldable display technology in China has reached a pretty impressive level. I don't think most users need to be overly worried about the lifespan of these screens anymore, especially because manufacturers put them through extensive folding tests. But if you're still concerned about durability, you could always look at independent laboratory testing or see whether any creators have performed their own folding tests. From my side, I can only share what I've experienced after actually using the phone. I also didn't replace the phone's dynamic wallpaper because I thought it looked pretty good. Later, I realized that it actually has some surprisingly detailed functionality. The wallpaper responds to the angle at which you open the inner display, so the visuals change depending on how far the phone is unfolded. It's a small detail, but it adds a nice touch to the overall experience. Now let's move on to the cameras. The Magic V6 features a 50-megapixel main camera, an ultra-wide-angle camera, and a 64-megapixel telephoto camera with a periscope design. When you're taking photos, the outer display also provides some basic preview functions along with cartoon-style animations, which can be particularly useful for getting the attention of children or pets when you're trying to capture a photo. For pet photography especially, I found this feature quite handy. There's also an inspiration feature. When you activate it, the phone can automatically recognize the scene and generate reference images that can then be displayed directly on the outer display. And honestly, this could be a lifesaver for anyone who never knows how to pose when taking photos. Instead of standing there wondering what to do, you can simply use the reference image.
Now, let's take a look at what the Magic V6 is actually capable of when it comes to photography. Looking at the photos I captured, the colors are quite close to what you see with your own eyes. The difference between the main camera and the ultra-wide camera isn't particularly dramatic, and both can deliver pretty good results, especially when you're photographing pets. The only thing I noticed occasionally was a little delay from the processing algorithm. The 2x crop is also perfectly usable, with enough detail and clarity for everyday shots. The minimum focusing distance is impressively close as well. The high-resolution telephoto camera performs well outdoors, but where it really shines is with close-up photography. It captures fine details beautifully, and when you take close-ups of animals, the results can almost look like they were captured with a professional camera. Portrait photography has also improved quite a bit. You can clearly see details like individual eyelashes, while the beauty processing is fairly well balanced. The bokeh effect is particularly impressive because it does a very good job separating individual strands of hair. Overall, the camera performance has changed my usual impression that foldable phones tend to compromise when it comes to photography. The phone also includes AI color tracking for post-processing. You can save a color style from an image you find online and apply that look directly to your own photos. And if you have no idea how to adjust filters yourself, you can simply let the AI perform a one-click color correction for you. There are also several different watermark styles available, including film style, color tracking, minimalist, and even various holiday-themed options. For video recording, the phone supports up to 4K at 60 frames per second. There's also an automatic FPS option in the settings. Once you enable the white balance lock, the colors remain consistent while you're recording, instead of suddenly shifting during the video. For everyday video recording, the results are quite good. and the overall image clarity is also impressive. What surprised me next was the performance. The Magic V6 is equipped with the 5th generation Snapdragon 8 Premium Edition chip, so it seems Honor has made sure that the foldable design doesn't come at the expense of performance. I mainly play mobile games such as Honor of Kings, and I usually keep everything set to the highest settings. Even during gameplay, the phone doesn't get particularly hot, and I didn't experience any noticeable lag. Overall, the gaming experience is very smooth. The only thing to keep in mind is that gaming on the outer display of a foldable isn't quite as comfortable to hold as a traditional smartphone. The grip just feels a little different. But overall, using the large foldable display is genuinely entertaining. For example, you can watch a video while simultaneously reading comments on TikTok, Weibo, or Xiaohongshu. Unfortunately, Bilibili still doesn't support this kind of layout, so it continues to use the traditional interface. And when Weibo comments are hidden, the content still remains weighted toward the left side, which doesn't look quite as balanced when you're using it for a long time. Still, the biggest advantage of a foldable is obviously the extra screen real estate. For things like checking stock markets or getting work done, having that larger display makes everything much more convenient. In everyday use, there's also a thoughtful little feature where after switching back and forth between 2 apps a couple of times, the phone quickly suggests entering split screen mode. It's a small but genuinely useful addition. That means you can keep watching a video while chatting at the same time without having to constantly switch between apps. Another interesting feature is the anti-crash screen function. When someone looks over your shoulder, the phone can alert you and automatically blur the screen. You can also choose which apps or specific screen content you want to hide. I tested this feature myself, and it's actually quite sensitive. Basically, whenever someone looks at your screen from the side, it can trigger the warning. You also don't really need to worry about ecosystem compatibility. With Android devices, as long as file sharing is enabled, you can transfer photos directly between phones. With Apple devices, you can download Honor's interconnection app and use Tap to Share. And perhaps even more importantly, connecting the Magic V6 to a Mac is also straightforward. You simply need to install the Honor Super Workbench app on your Mac, and then you can use Tap to Share. Honestly, this works surprisingly well. I've tried tapping the device and the screen, and everything connected and transferred smoothly. It's incredibly convenient. So even if you're already heavily invested in the Apple ecosystem, there's basically nothing major to worry about. There's even an animation when you connect AirPods, and you can customize the basic controls as well. The biggest weakness I noticed during my time with the phone is the speaker quality. That's probably the one area where I feel it falls slightly short. Apart from that, I've been very happy with the phone overall. The design, the feel in the hand, and the actual day-to-day experience have been very satisfying. After using the Magic V6 as my main phone for 2 weeks, I can confidently say that this is a foldable that can genuinely work as your primary device. So, if you're thinking about buying a foldable phone, I definitely recommend taking a closer look at the Honor Magic V6. I think you'll be very happy with what it offers. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!